to another episode of First and 32 podcast where we play for keeps. My name is Steve, your host, aka S. aka whatever you know me by. And today I got a special guest host in the building. My brother, my blood brother, my little brother, my baby brother.
You ain't gotta say that.
My brother Zed in the building today. Let's clap it up for Zed. Sports. And today, let's get right into it, bro. We want to talk about the Phoenix Suns have fired their head coach after another disappointing season. This will be their third head coach 3 seasons in a row that they've gotten rid of. As of now, they got 3 coaches on payroll. The Suns fired They fired him on April 14th after finishing the season with a 36-46 record. They missed the playoffs. They got the third worst defense in the league. How you feel about that?
Defense?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Talking about the team overall.
Yes. Yeah. I knew that wasn't gonna be nothing though. KD, Booker, I never liked Booker, but he can score. He don't play defense. Bill don't play defense. Bill barely plays. Good defense. Then they let Josh Okogie go too. That was their best defender.
I feel like he was wrongfully fired. I feel like the team was poorly constructed from the beginning. I feel like they should have kept Chris Paul. Bill is a terrible. Bill and Booker do the same fucking thing. So Bill and Booker are both scoring guards that don't play good defense to match up with KD, who is another scorer who don't play defense, and then you have they don't have any role players. All their role players was gone. They ain't had no cap space.
They do. Yeah, Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen's a nice role player. They should have started Tyson.
Bro, stop playing.
Grayson Allen not bad.
Grayson Allen shouldn't be he shouldn't be their key player though. He was their best 3-point person. That's not a good player.
Grayson Allen can give you 20-25 if he wants to. Ryan Dunn not bad either.
And Duke, or are we talking about the NBA?
NBA. Brad Dunn not bad either, but they don't pass the ball. Period.
Nah, and then they didn't have a good offense. They just your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. That shit don't work. Yeah.
And they fired 3 coaches in the last 3 years, so they ain't even trying. They just that ain't work this year, and it's over.
Yeah, Monte. They still got Monty Williams $20 million, and they still owe Frank Vogel $24 million over the next 5 years, and they still got to pay Mike Budenholzer for the end of his contract. So they just.
Frank Vogel got a job?
Huh?
Frank Vogel got a job?
He was their coach last year.
I know what I'm saying. Do we have a job?
They still got to pay him.
Exactly. He don't even have a job. You paying him.
He with the Bucks.
Frank Vogel?
Yeah.
What is he?
I don't know. I'm lying.
Gonna say Darvin Ham over there.
That's what I'm saying. No, I think Vogel is on somebody's coaching staff, but at the same time, if you keep firing coaches and ain't shit changed, it ain't the coaches, it's the players.
It's the GM. You ain't even giving a nigga a chance.
Because the players run the team.
But you hire a coach and give him 1 year.
Who you think recommended he get fired?
Booker only one should have the keys.
That's true. It's his franchise, but KD was probably over there telling motherfuckers, "Hey, dude, ain't working out." They said they was mad that he asked Bradley Beal to. He asked Bradley Beal to play like Drew Holiday.
For
what? Nigga, play some defense.
He ain't say play defense.
He probably said, "Hey, bro, Drew Holiday was our third best player. You the third best player. This is how you play the role." And he took offense to it.
I would take was he their third best player?
Who, Drew? Yeah.
I'd say second.
I'm with you. You know how I feel about Chris Middleton bum ass.
You can't just tell a nigga to. You say nigga?
Nigga.
All right, but so you can't just tell him like, yeah, go out there and be this grown man. Like, no.
If I say, hey, bro, I'm a championship coach. This is the formula.
And you got fired after that, too.
It was years after that.
It's like 2 years.
It don't matter, though. But he's a championship coach. If I'm a championship coach and I be like, hey, this is how we won it over there. This was the formula that we use. You ain't done shit. Where you, so far, you was in Washington. Y'all ain't do shit. You came over here. We ain't really been doing shit. So I'm trying to put together and create a environment and show y'all structure how it worked over there. You are our third best player. Booker and KD are 1 and 2. You're the third. My third best player over there in Milwaukee was Drew Holiday. This is what he did. He played defense and he, you know what I'm saying, knocked down shots when we needed him. He made key plays. What's offensive about that?
You telling me to play like some other man?
It won.
You won, but you not gonna go tell KD, hey, go play like Greek.
I would. Greek led us to the championship.
He's not telling.
He probably didn't say his style. He probably told him like, this is the role I'm gonna need from you.
They was never gonna win. They don't have nobody with toughness.
Right. Drew was tough. If I say, hey bro, be tough like Drew.
Nah. I have to ask you, like, what do you mean by tough like that?
He got offended. The report he said, don't tell me, it was disrespectful, don't tell me to play like another grown man.
He been playing basketball since he was a kid. You haven't.
And he ain't did shit since he was a kid.
He be hooping.
Nah, I ain't gonna disrespect Bill like that and say he ain't did shit. I'ma just say this. Drew Holiday has a more successful career than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, he does, but a lot of people would rather be Bill than Drew.
Drew can do what Bill do. Bill can't do what Drew did.
No.
Drew was a beast in Philly when he was the number one option.
He was, what, 20 years old?
What the fuck is Bill doing?
Bill was the man.
Where was Bill the man?
In Washington.
For how many years? Because John Wall was the man in the first couple of years. Nah.
He was. John Wall couldn't shoot.
Bill ain't no shooter. He attacked the rim. Nice midi.
He got a 3.
He got a midi.
He got a 3 too.
Wide open.
He can hit on people.
He could hit him, but I don't think it's offensive to ask a player to play like another NBA champion, especially Drew Holiday.
Phil Jackson told Kobe.
He did.
You should play like Anthony Hardaway. You would be upset right now with Phil Jackson.
He didn't coach Anthony Hardaway.
He didn't.
He told him to play like Mike. He explained to him Mike started trusting his teammates, and that's how we won. And then we won in 2009 and 2010. We also went to the championship in 2008.
Kobe ain't trust his team. He ain't even talk to Smush.
Who the fuck is Smush?
He ain't nobody, but I'm just saying.
Exactly.
You trust him if you don't talk to him.
You heard what he said. I see your work ethic. I don't trust you, nigga.
Nah, bro. He ain't give a chance. My thing is, you can't tell a scorer to be a scrappy player. Drew is a scrappy player. He's not a scorer. He does everything. Bradley Beal is a scorer. He doesn't do that.
What if he say don't score? What if he said I want you to be our third option and not be a primary scorer?
He has no choice. He already know that part. If he would have told him like, I think you should play more defense or.
Right, what's wrong with playing defense?
I agree with that. If he tell him that, like, but don't tell this grown man like you should be.
Drew play defense. Like, hey, bro, Drew got us key. The reason we won championships because Drew made key steals and was locking people up. Why wouldn't you want to be like that?
All right, so look, if he say be like Drew, so what should he do? Go watch all Drew films?
Hell yeah, I'm in the lab, bro.
Already 2-3 years out of retirement. He finna.
Bro, I would have, just me being me, I would have been like, shit, let me get some Drew tape and see what you're talking about. Let's sit down together. You know what I'm saying? Be coachable.
I agree with that.
Be coachable, and then, but to be like totally dismissive of it is crazy because Drew is a champion, and I don't know why niggas keep disrespecting Drew like he ain't like that. Drew could he could average 25 if he wanted to.
That's a stretch.
You don't think Drew could average 25?
No.
What Drew average in Philly?
Probably like 18, 20.
He was second. He was second to Andre Iguodala though. So being the main, come on, bro.
Nah, he probably averaged like 14, 15 then. If you talk about that, nah. He averaged 20 before for sure. But But he can't. So right now, he can't average 25. No.
Damn, Drew.
Exactly. He's not giving nobody no 25.
My bad. Nah. We ain't gonna do that. When he was with New Orleans, he averaged 21. Then the next year he averaged 19. Then he averaged 18 in Milwaukee. 18, 19, and then he averaged 12 with Boston. So Drew could do what Bill do. It might not be as sexy because, Bill got a handle and everything. But I don't think it's an insult for a motherfucker to tell you, hey, play like a champion and top defender in the league. Or he probably just told him to play some fucking defense because the team lacks defense.
Nah, he told him Drew. But I feel the disrespect because you're trying to tell me to play like another man that's in the league with me.
That's more accomplished, though.
Bro, tell me to play like Michael Jordan or somebody. Somebody that's not in the league.
So if he said play like somebody that's not in the league, it would have been decent. So
yeah, you telling me to play like a Hall of Famer.
So what if he just said play like Ron Harper?
I'm fine with that.
So it's because a nigga in the league. So his ego and pride gonna stop you from being a champion.
Correct.
Fuck
that ain't gonna stop me from being a champion. You still a weak coach.
He an NBA champion coach.
That don't mean nothing.
No, I don't.
He only won once.
You know how hard it is. How many multiple championships do people got?
Greg Popovich.
I mean, bro.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Hey, on that note,
my boy Greg.
what we wanna do is send our condolences to Greg Popovich. It's been reported that he had a seizure at a San Antonio restaurant, and he's recovering from that. So we wanna send our condolences to Greg Popovich, one of the greatest NBA coaches, one of the people with the greatest record as the NBA coach.
Minus Red Auerbach, he's the greatest coach. Minus.
So
yeah, he better than Phil.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
He don't?
I don't want to. He not doing. He's not doing good right now. So I don't like kicking the man while he down. So I don't want to speak on his record since Tim Duncan been gone.
Made the playoffs without Tim.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. DeRozan and them. They made the playoffs. They had a winning record.
Was that the play-in tournament?
No, that was before the play-in.
What happened?
Don't matter. He made it. You talking about before Tim? He made it. Tim was on his last leg in the
last leg. Come on,
in
bro.
the finals.
Look, get well soon, Greg Popovich. You mean a lot to the NBA community, and you've been the Spurs coach most of my life. I don't like kicking a man while he down, so we won't speak on how I really feel. We'll speak on it later, but
hold on, can I say something? You the reason why all the foreign players are cool.
Nah. No bullshit though. Greg Popovich is the reason why the NBA he's one of the pioneers as far as drafting foreign players into the league. Because if you know, Greg Popovich is the coach and GM of the, I think GM or president of basketball operation, one of those. But he's in charge of calling the shots in San Antonio. So he did draft Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan. He's from the Virgin Islands. That's not the U.S. So, and a bunch of other. Damn. And a bunch of foreign players. So we're gonna give you your credit on that, and we're gonna leave it at that because you did what you did when you did it. So we're gonna leave it at that. But on another note. Yesterday was the end of the play-in tournament.
Don't let that shit happen again.
Yeah, I think we need to get rid of that shit. I talked about it last episode that the play-in tournament should be eliminated and gotten rid of. So let's stop it up for the Miami Heat. They defeated the Atlanta Hawks in overtime, 123 to 114. The Memphis Grizzlies beat the Dallas Mavericks 120-106. And on another a weird fact, the Dallas Mavericks got eliminated from the playoffs just 77 days after trading Luka Doncic. That's crazy, ain't it? That's God. God don't like ugly. If anybody know that's Luka number.
You wasn't happy about the trade?
Personally, it was a nice little trade. I mean, AD is a NBA champion, a good two-way player. I was kind of sad to see him go.
No, you wasn't. Nobody in that right now was sad to see him.
I was sad to see him go. Luka is a nice little piece to our roster, what we already had going on. It's not like we needed him. No.
Piece?
It's a nice little piece.
He is y'all team.
I mean, of course we're gonna build around him because he's a young offensive talent. So of course,
player on your team.
It's up for debate. We got Austin Reeves over there having a good season.
Oh, what? No, you're not comparing Luka Austin Reeves, bro. No.
AR-15 been getting busy this year.
You see Luka numbers on the team?
Yeah, so I watch all the games.
I'm saying his numbers on the Lakers team, his ranking.
Yeah, see,
What is it?
he up there.
He number one on everything. Bro, it's not no competition. He's number one. Points, rebounds, assists, ever since he's been there.
Yeah, we as a championship organization, what we do is we do things to make new players, make them feel a part of the culture. So we want him to be embodied in what we got going on. So we like, hey, if you need those points, assists, and steals, rebounds, whatever you need to feel love, because he was in Dallas for 10 years, bro. He gonna have a hard transition. So what we do, he's been over there for a minute, about 7-8 years. So he, you know what I'm saying, we just want to make him feel comfortable. But nah.
We gonna stay on top because I know somebody that and it didn't go good. But alright.
You say what?
We gonna stay on top because I know somebody that went to the Lakers and he didn't get treated like that.
Who?
Number 0.
It wasn't a good fit, shit.
So that's all.
Shout out to Russ. But nah, so the play-in tournament is over with. The playoff rankings and the playoffs are set. They're set. It's final. And who that?
That was K-Dot.
So out west, you got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus Memphis, the Rockets versus Golden State, the Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Denver Nuggets versus the Clippers, over east, out east. It's over east, right? On the east. The Cavs versus the Heat, Boston versus Magic, the Knicks versus the Pistons, the Pacers versus the Bucks. Who you got?
Which game?
Let's start out west. OKC versus Memphis.
I got Memphis winning in 6 or 7.
I said Memphis versus OKC.
I said Memphis. 6 or 7.
Sweep.
Please. You see how they was playing yesterday. Them boys was on fire.
They're not deep enough.
Memphis actually is a deep team.
No, they're not.
OKC is not deep.
OKC got everything you need except a power big. They got bigs. They just not.
Jaren Jackson gonna work them boys.
Who?
Jaren Jackson.
Who is that?
He gonna work them boys.
No, he's not physical. He don't go to the paint. Now, if you're talking about the big guy, he gonna do work.
Zach Edey?
Yes.
Of course.
He gonna do work. He gonna do work. Now, he's the X factor in the series to me. But if he can't take advantage of his, you don't think he's gonna take advantage of his size?
No, I don't think he's the X factor. Bang is the X factor. Bang gotta come play every day for them to win. Cause Ja like competition. He gonna hoop.
I don't think Ja gonna get off this series.
Oh, who? What?
Dort gonna lock that down.
He gonna be in foul trouble.
No, he not. They don't call fouls in the playoffs.
They gonna call it on him.
If SGA can't get fouls, neither will
If SGA don't get fouls, they're gonna get swept.
Not this series.
Probably not.
Not this series. I got it a sweep.
I don't think
4-0 OKC. I don't think Memphis got enough firepower. And their advantage will. OKC's weaknesses is size and physicality, and I don't think that Memphis has the physicality to take advantage of what OKC can't do.
And they don't want to play nobody that's gonna run with them.
What you mean by run?
Like Jordan get up the floor. Yeah, Jordan get up the floor. They like to run and get up and down. Like OKC play against the Lakers or Denver. They old, so they can get up and down and beat them. They don't want to play Jordan because they're gonna run. They can beat them. I ain't saying they can't, but I believe that Memphis won't win.
Yeah. All right. Next series, Rockets, Golden State.
I got Rockets in 6.
I got Golden State in 6. The reason I got Golden State is simply because of experience, and I don't think Jalen has shown me that he can take over a game, or if the team is down, or if the other team is like on the scoring run, he could like shut that shit down and change the momentum of the game. That's it. That's the only reason I got Golden State over Houston.
That's respectable.
I think Van Fleet got experience, so they don't lack championship experience because he is a champion. They got a good coach, Ime Udoka. Did I pronounce that right?
I don't know what it says, so I ain't gonna comment on it.
They got a good coach. I like the matchup between Draymond and what's his name though? Yeah, Brooks. I like that matchup in Brooks and Draymond Green. I think that's gonna be pretty entertaining. But yeah, I just think that it's simply off experience. I don't think, and I haven't seen Jalen take over a game or a series. If he can, I think that'll be a big jump for the Houston Rockets. But because Stephen, and then they got Jimmy Butler, because of their experience, their championship experience, I think that's gonna get Golden State the nod. Lakers, Minnesota.
I couldn't get my comment on that.
No, go. Oh, my bad. Go back.
Fred, he beat the Warriors.
He did. He definitely did.
But the thing was, I watched like right before the play-in started. It was a game the Rockets and the Warriors, and they defended Steph Curry very well.
They do.
The man Thompson did.
Yeah, he's a good defender, and he's a good offensive player too. They got a solid roster from top to bottom. Top to bottom, they got it.
I don't think like it'll be like Jalen Green have to do nothing. I think they'll just be like they team actually is deeper than the Warriors because of Steve Kerr don't play like Kuminga.
Yeah.
So like they got Jabari Smith, they got Eason, Thompson. They got Cam Whitmore that they don't play too, but I think that they'll beat them because their defense is way better.
That's true. I think they're on paper they are a better team. I think they're a better team from top to bottom. But I think it's just, to me, it's the experience, and if you put the star player versus the star player, who can be the better star player, I think that Golden State got the best. And I think that they have a player that can guard their star player, and Jimmy Butler guarding Jalen Green. And I don't think that Houston has a player that can, I won't say stop because you can't really stop nobody, but like calm Steph down.
They do.
Who?
Thompson.
You think so?
Yeah, he just did.
That was the regular season though.
That's
when you got time to game plan in the 7-game series.
Just follow him. He was gonna follow him there.
Niggas get you remember what they said about Dellavedova? He almost died.
That's fine, but he got the job done.
No, they lost, nigga. They didn't get the job done. Dellavedova, when they lost, they Cavs lost that series.
Yeah,
they lost. That was when Kyrie was out.
He did it. He got it done.
I just that's my only thing. If Jalen Green had shown me either in the past or during the regular season that he can like take over a game or just the moments when the moment it gets big that he can shine. If he have shown me something like that, then I would take Houston because Houston actually has like you said, Houston got the better roster from top to bottom.
And coach. You don't like him?
I like Emo.
Do you think?
Bro, I'm fucking his name up. I like Ime Udoka. I like him. I just think he didn't really have because of what happened in Boston, he didn't have the time to win the championship. But he's a great coach.
He took them to the championship.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They beat the Nets.
But you know what happened the next year, though.
He got a little freaky. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, the Kerr is a horrible coach.
I ain't gonna say a horrible coach. I think is nothing much he could do. He's been there for so long, and he's still running the same Popovich offense.
It's not even that. He don't play the right players. He plays Buddy Hield over Jonathan Kuminga.
Personally, I think they not playing Jonathan Kuminga because he declined that contract offer and he felt like he wanted more. So I think they're trying to devalue him so he can accept a lower contract for the future.
Leave.
You think he's gonna leave?
Yes. Yeah. Let him stay.
Is he unrestricted or restricted?
I don't even know.
I feel like that's why he's not playing because there's no way Jonathan Kuminga is not getting time. He about 6'10".
He's like 6'8", 6'7".
But it's nothing he can't do. He plays defense. He plays offense. He could shoot. He could dribble. He could post up. He's the perfect player.
He played good defense in the finals.
That's what I'm saying. It's nothing he can't do.
But you're gonna play this nigga that Steph Curry argued with every other day.
It's the hey, Buddy Hield. Hey, Buddy Hield. If it's one Buddy Hield gonna do is he gonna get his shots. He don't give a fuck what's going on. Steph Curry could be wide open. Buddy gonna take his shots.
He introduced him to stuff.
What'd he say? Buddy, this is Steph. Steph, this is Buddy.
All time.
He's been
2
wide
years
open.
later, he still shot.
He don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm a shooter. Shooter, shoot.
But that's what I'm saying about Steve Kerr being a bad coach. They played against the Clippers for that spot. He drew up a play for Buddy Hield.
Nah, I don't think he drew up a play for Buddy Hield. I think
Draymond said it.
Draymond just sometimes.
No, he said it was for Buddy Hield.
But Steph also got doubled on that play.
He's Steph Curry. This the person y'all call the greatest shooter.
He was doubled though, so he had to get it to the open person.
He's shooting. Kobe shooting.
He didn't get a chance to get the ball. It was on the.
Hey, Buddy.
Buddy said, "Bring that bitch."
5 seconds. Pass it back.
Nah, Buddy gonna shoot. But nah, it's gonna be a good series. But
it's gonna be a great series. I see that.
What's the next series? Lakers, Minnesota.
I don't have a winner, but
Nigga, somebody gotta win.
I don't have a winner because I don't know. But I believe
You don't know, or you don't like.
No, honestly, me personally, I feel like deep down inside, I think the Lakers gonna lose. No bull. My thing is with this.
Say that again.
Lakers gonna lose.
How?
6 and 7. So look, they got everything. Like, all right, Luka.
Wait. But before you finish your take, Luka beat Minnesota last year. But go ahead, continue.
He did. Now I stress. I'm glad you said that because that's what I was gonna break down. Luka beat them, but go look at Luka's numbers against them. It wasn't that impressive.
So how he beat him?
Kyrie did everything. So that's what I was gonna say. If the Lakers win, they would need Bron and Reeves to do everything. They only got 3 scores.
Nah, we got a loaded squad, bro.
Loaded is crazy. There's nobody else besides them 3 that can get 15 every year. He's not even gonna get in. Rui get you 10.
He averaged 17.
Not this year.
Yes, he do.
What? Before Luka got there?
Now, when overall.
17 points. He averaged 13, 12 points. So
Vanderbilt.
Oh my Jesus.
Vincent showed you he could go off. He did it for the Heat. He finally healthy.
Not nobody I'm worried about. They got a better roster too.
Who, the Heat? I mean, who, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
They do. And they got better defenders.
Who?
They got McDaniel.
Good defender. I'll give you that.
Shea Cousin. He a good defender.
He okay.
No, he's a good defender.
He comes in to play defense. That doesn't mean he's a good defender. Who else?
And got D.
He can't play. I'm not saying he can't play defense, but he's going to have to save some of that energy for the offense because he's their only scorer.
That's what Kyrie worked him out last year. Y'all don't have that person to work him out to get him. Luka is a great player, but Luka's not. Kyrie working. Boom, 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 boom.
What?
Making you run up and down the floor. You don't have to run with Luka because Luka, he's slow.
That's the fucked up part is he slow pace and he do what he want to do.
Did you not know and stuck Luka last year?
And what happened? He got tired. He got tired.
He got tired with Kyrie, and he said to himself, like, I shouldn't have said that. That's why I said McDaniel started sticking him. But he don't have to stick Kyrie this year, and he don't have to stick Luka.
He got to stick Bron. Who gonna stick Bron?
That's fine. Bron not giving you 25 a game no more. He not. He just scored 12 points against the Pacers. That's one of the worst defensive teams in the playoffs.
Bro.
He not.
Who can score on Minnesota?
Score?
Yes, score. Points. Put the ball in the basket. Rudy Gobert?
No, he's not even gonna play for real.
So where's the defense coming from?
He the world.
He protect the rim. He protect the rim.
He's not worried about him. He's not gonna protect nothing.
I'm happy you said that.
He never did. He's not. No. So what the thing is, they gonna have. What that's Jackson Haynes. He gonna be the center or whatever. They can put.
Because we go small too.
Go small. They gonna go. They small ball is better than yours.
No, not even. Not
Reed,
close.
Randall.
That's what's gonna fuck them up.
Dante.
That's where they gonna lose.
And Shea Cousin.
What about?
No, matter of fact,
not even Shea Cousin.
McDaniel.
Yeah, McDaniels.
Yeah.
But Randall is gonna fuck them up.
Maybe.
No, it is no maybe. We know how Randall get down. He gonna do this.
Nah, you wanna know what's crazy? I've been seeing him playing with them. He ain't really been trying to score. He be
Bro,
like
that nigga think he is he think he Kyrie.
He do, but he not.
And he can't shoot.
Huh? You say he can't shoot?
No, he don't have a consistent.
He don't have a consistent.
He don't have a consistent jump. Now I will say this: if Randall hot, he hot. But if he not, then
Dante can shoot.
Dante can shoot. Dante can shoot.
Oh, all right. Look, let's
And
do
it's
this.
the only person. Reed could shoot. And it's the only person that could create their own shot.
Nas can read his own shot. Cause who gonna be sticking him?
LeBron gonna stick Nas.
Barbecue chicken.
What?
Barbecue chicken. Brian can't stick him. He's too old. He can't run.
He old, but Nas ain't gonna like put you in the blender or no shit like that.
Go right past.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
He is.
Nah. And we got Rui. We got Vanderbilt. He can stick. That's who gonna stick Ant.
He can.
Yeah, he can. He gonna do a great job on Ant. We got Vincent. And
This y'all small ball?
yeah, we got AR-15, we got Brown, we got Luka, we got Rui, and Vanderbilt. That's our five. They don't have no. They can't score. They can't score.
Vanderbilt ain't giving you over 6 points.
We don't need him to score. That's defense on Ant.
Depending how Vincent going, he might only give you.
We know he gonna strike a match.
Maybe not. When he on, he on. When he off, he off.
All right. Next.
Luka McDaniel.
Maybe.
Cancel that.
Cancel?
Yes.
Cancel what?
He gonna cancel him out.
You know what we not canceling? School, nigga, cause we going.
Brian not gonna be doing too much of nothing.
Post up. Who gonna stick him?
Post up? They ain't got no post up, no. I'll give Reeves 20, 25.
They don't have nobody to stick Austin Reeves.
Ain't gonna stick him.
Nah.
Yeah.
He gotta save his energy. Answer.
Don't. He not moving like Kyrie. Kyrie non-stop moving. Reeves not moving.
Boy, you ain't seen him lately?
I seen him. What I'm saying is when Luka get the ball, the whole offense stops. Nobody's gonna be moving.
We don't need to because he's going to work.
There you go. So Andy don't have to move while he's sticking Reeves. He's gonna be chilling.
Ant-Man, Batman,
Okay, Shannon.
Superman.
You gonna see.
Lakers in 6. I got Lakers in 6. Denver Clippers. This the best series in the first round by far.
Yeah, it's 1 or 2.
This the best one.
No, I think the Bucks and Pacers 1 or 2.
Who you got? Clippers, Denver. And why?
Why I have the Nuggets?
Without saying Westbrook name.
Russell Westbrook tour, revenge tour. Nah, I got without even saying Russ for real though, I got the Nuggets because Joker is the better player. I think the Clippers got a decent team, but I think Ty Lue suck as a coach.
Suck? An NBA champion coach?
I don't mean nothing, bro. People get lucky.
No, it ain't luck, bro.
All right, what about the Raptors coach? He won with Kawhi.
He's a great coach.
What's his name?
And he won Coach of the Year.
Who? Because it wasn't Casey. He ain't winning. You see what I'm saying? He won Coach of the Year before that and got fired.
Because, I mean, you can't bad GM it.
So, I got them because
Joker is the best player in the series.
He's the best player on the floor. Jamal Murray, of course, gonna show up.
I think Zubac plays good against Joker, though. Defensively.
Zubac been hooping lately.
Zubac averaging 20 and 10 in the last month of the NBA
He's
season.
been showing up. Kawhi been hooping.
Yes.
I don't have.
Let's give it up for Kawhi for actually finishing the season. Kawhi finished the season uninjured. He's going into the playoffs healthy for the first time in a long time.
I think Kawhi gonna be good. I don't think Harden will be good. Harden give you 2 games. Powell.
2 games.
Okay. Who else they got? That's it.
Offensively, yeah. Everything else is defensively.
Like who? Dunn?
Yeah, they defensive.
Ben Simmons?
Who?
Ben Simmons?
Nah, Ben plays a big role on his team.
He does, but I've seen Ben still do Ben. Joker right there. I see Ben still do Ben.
Too decent though. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I seen Ben doing Ben things, going to the rim and passing the ball. So.
But that's all they need him to do. Play defense and pass the ball.
He ain't got to stick nobody. Nobody thinking about him to stick somebody.
I got the Clippers in 7. I think this is the best series, the first round throughout the playoffs. The reason I have what?
What about the Pistons and that's a good series too.
Good. I didn't say the best. And you know how I feel about you who on the Knicks? All right. But yeah, I got the Clippers in 7. I think this is the best series in the first round of the NBA playoffs so far. And the reason I'm picking the Clippers is because I think outside of the Joker, the Nuggets have nothing.
He a Lakers fan, y'all.
The Nuggets have nothing. Jamal Murray, I think they can stop him. They can shut Jamal Murray down, and he hasn't really been on nothing this season anyway. So outside of the Joker, they have nothing. Nothing, bro.
You know they played in the playoffs before, right?
Not this year though. They had a better team that year. And Kawhi,
Kawhi played.
Wait, let me hear you. If Kawhi is healthy, it's a sweep.
Oh Lord.
If Kawhi is healthy, it's a sweep. It's a clean sweep. James Harden doesn't he doesn't have a good track record of playing good in big games. But James Harden gonna give you game 1 and game 2. Then you got Norman Powell, he gonna go off for at least 1 or 2 games. If Kawhi is healthy, it's it. They don't have anybody who can guard Kawhi.
You got somebody who can guard James Harden.
Who?
Russ. Go look at all the times he guarded him. He guarded him, bro. He know how to guard him. He got him.
I fuck with Russ. Russ hard. Like, that's my mans.
He got him. And Aaron Gordon gonna get Kawhi.
No.
He gonna get him.
Mm-mm.
I ain't saying he gonna stop him, but he gonna contend him.
Who gonna score for the Nuggets?
Aaron Gordon gonna score.
Aaron Gordon?
Yeah, look at his numbers. He been scoring.
10 points.
10 is crazy. Bro, you got Google right here, bro. Look at his number.
Where your tablet at?
Bro, he been scoring. That's what he do, bro. He been scoring.
That's what he do?
Yeah, that's what he
Fuck
do.
no.
But you got to pass it like Joker, bro. All you gotta
I
do
give it
is
to you. Joker is the best all-around player in this series, and it's not even close. But Clippers in 7.
There you go. Read him, bro. Read him. I know it's a 30 ball, but no.
What's this just for? The Rockets, he had 18. The Grizzlies, he had 33.
He ain't play the whole Rockets, man.
The Kings, he had 21. You ain't gonna say this one?
What?
The Pacers?
What's up?
He had fucking 5. My
Took
ass.
5 shots. Man, it took 5 shots. It's the pace. Somebody thinking about that.
The Warriors, he had 15. He took 8 shots. Now he went 0 for 0 with the Spurs.
Nah, he ain't play.
Oh,
None
yeah.
of them play but Russ.
You right. I was trying to sneak that in there.
Nah, you ain't gonna get that.
Yeah, 30 against the Timberwolves. 6 against the Jazz.
Man, how many minutes he play?
26.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga was getting cardio.
He wasn't thinking about that.
The Bucks, he had 7.
How many minutes?
20. Cardio. That nigga was running the treadmill. Nah, we good on AG, bro.
Who gonna stick him?
Nobody. He's not a scorer. Kawhi can stick him and save his energy.
What about Christian Brown?
We not worried about him, bro.
Alright.
What's that dude? What's that dude on the Clippers that look like a he look like a 2K player. He ain't got no tattoos, no equipment. He like a beginner player. Bald head.
Chris Dunn? What you gonna do?
He a good defender though.
Yes.
He a solid defender. And then you still got Ben Simmons.
Probably their best defender.
Kawhi.
Kawhi don't stick defense no more.
Cause he ain't got to. But no, Chris Dunn play defense and they got Ben Simmons that play defense.
I worry about Ben. Ben gonna get 11 minutes.
Nah, Ben, he in the playoffs, he gonna be key this playoff series. Cause he gonna probably stick Jamal Murray.
What?
No bullshit. Jamal struggle with taller players.
He's gonna break him down every chance he gets.
Jamal Murray might not finish the series. He'll probably end up being injured.
He gonna average 28 points a series.
Who? 28?
Yes.
Like 2-8?
Yes. Tell me.
Bro, this nigga's gonna average a dub because he gonna go big for one of the games and small. But yeah, let's go to the East. Cavs Heat.
That's all the West?
Yeah, that's it.
Cavs who?
Cavs Heat.
You wanna go first with me?
I go first. I think it's a sweep. Cavs. 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Okay. We got a spoiler alert. Heat in 6. There we go. Heat in 6. That's what the Cavs finna be.
Nigga, you gay.
Who you got? Cavs Heat?
I got the Heat in 6, and the reason why is...
Wait.
Cavs, Heat, yeah.
You got the
Heat in 6.
You got the play-in tournament winner, Heat, in the 8th position, beating the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
The weakest number 1 seed ever.
No.
Yes. They ain't better than them Hawks. We finna break up. I know that's where you going.
Bro, they better than them Hawks.
They not.
Yes, they is. Talking about them Hawks with 4 All-Stars?
Yeah, they not better than them. But I'm gonna tell you why they gonna. The Heat
Alright, bet.
Matchup, perfect.
What you mean by that?
They got 2 bigs like the Cavs.
Nah, they don't.
They do.
Who?
They got Ware and Bam.
Nah.
Jared Allen not finna just be out there just smoking niggas.
Lobs and defense, that's all they required to play.
Right, so Bam got Mobley.
No.
Ware got Allen.
Okay. What about the guard play?
I think Tyler Hero is better than... That's me. This is my opinion, though. It's me. I know people gonna look at it like, oh, he crazy. Woo. Bro, Donovan Mitchell will shoot 12 for 25, 14 for 16, then go 1 for 30. He got bad games. Garland, he gonna have like 2 good games.
G.I. Fineness.
Yeah, that's trash. He gonna have like 3 good games. So
Who was their other guard?
they got Burks.
Fuck out of here, bro. This is a sweep. And
Now look, you saying that, bro? Watch when I put this on.
Put it on.
Davion Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, little brother?
That's not his little brother.
His little cousin?
He plays defense.
He play defense. I'll give it to you. That's because he ain't got no offense.
But he scores. He get 15, 20 sometimes. No?
The way he scores is not going to be able to. Most of his points in the paint. That's not going to happen with the Cavs. Mobley and.
He hit 3s too. He get a lot of steals.
No, he's a good player. He's a good. He fits Heat's culture, but no, this is a sweep.
I think only how the Cavs will beat them.
You just don't believe in the Cavs. I think that's what it is.
I definitely don't believe them. They suck. I don't believe in neither one of the number 1 seeds. But I think.
You talking about for the East and the West?
Yes. Trash.
Trash is a strong word, bro.
It's okay to be cool in the playoffs. This is nitty gritty right here. That's what the big boys play. So I think how the Cavs would win, it would have to come from Hunter.
Yep.
I think Hunter had to be it.
That was a good acquisition at the trade deadline.
It was great. So I think Hunter, he gonna have to be real good for them to win.
I just think the Cavs are overall a better team. That's why I'm picking them. I don't think the Heat, like, they play good team defense, but I think they just can't do nothing with the Cavs. I think Tyler Hero will be put in pick and roll between Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. He can't guard anyone. And then once they run past him, they got Evan Mobley or for the alley oops. Then the bench, the Heat don't have a bench at all.
Got Duncan Pender fans.
Next series.
No, he do that. Duncan gonna come out and score.
Duncan Pender Hughes from Class Act.
Yeah, I was being funny, but they got a decent bench if they play him right. Jamie Jaquez, he decent. The Jovic kid, he nice. The Cavs don't have no bench. Ty Jerome.
Right.
Who else?
What's his name?
Who? Hunter start.
Yeah, but they play him with the bench most of the time. I like their rotation, how they do it. Like, they break it off. They break it off between. They never have Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, and what's the other big with the fro? I always forget his name. Jared Allen. They always break them 2 up to have 2 of them playing on the court at the same time. So I like that. In the next series, Boston Magic.
Shout out my boy P5, Paulo Ventura, but they going sweet.
Sweet. I got a sweet.
No, I'm not going to.
It's a sweet, bro.
4-1. I said on Facebook it was sweet, but I know how Boston play, bro. They come out cold sometimes, so I'll give them 4-1.
It's a sweep. It's a sweep even if Jaylen Brown don't play.
Who?
Jaylen Brown.
Why we breaking him up?
Because his knee, he had the injections in his knee.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a sweep. Knicks Pistons.
Pistons 5.
Detroit basketball.
I say Detroit in 5 or 6.
I got Detroit in 7.
I
think Jalen Brunson can get them a few games, but just to put it out there, the Knicks are 0-16 against the best teams in the NBA. I think that's Boston, Cleveland, OKC, and the Rockets. They're 0-16 against the best teams in the league. And their best player is Jalen Brunson, and outside of that, I don't think anybody else will help him out. I'm not really a big fan of your man's.
That's not my man.
I'm not a big fan of Cat. I think he has ineffective numbers. Like, if you look at the stat sheet, it looked like he had a good game or he put up big numbers, but they're ineffective. He don't play defense.
He don't. But I think.
And Tom Thibodeau gonna shrink his lineup down in the playoffs, so it's probably just gonna be the starting five who play most of the minutes.
He did everything on the road show.
You know, and the Pistons just a better team. The Pistons are playing better. I feel like everybody knows their role. They playing good defense. K having a good year this year. They got toughness, and I just don't like the Knicks. And I like Detroit this year anyway. I like Detroit.
You don't like Detroit.
I do. I fuck with Detroit.
You told me they wasn't going to the playoffs.
That was in the beginning of the season. I seen how they played, and I was like, I bet. I fucks with it. I see what they trying to build over there. They trying to bring back Bad Boys 3.0. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I like it. I like the way they play. I like the toughness that they have. I think the Knicks are soft.
Yes.
The Knicks are soft. I think Detroit is more physical. They have a better identity. Everybody knows their role, and they just playing. They're just overall better team. Pacers, Bucks.
Nice.
And what?
If Dame come back, Pacers in 7. If he don't come
Nigga,
back,
what?
If Dame come back,
You think they still lose if Dame come back?
they beat him last year with Dame.
That was a hurt Dame.
So he's still hurt.
He's not
He's
hurt.
rushing himself back.
He's not hurt. He's dealing with family issues. So I don't have any sources. I'm just talking from a fan's perspective. I'm not saying he's not hurt, but I think that because usually when players have those blood clot issues, they're out at least 6 months, and for him to come back in less than 1 month, 1 to 2 months, I think something may have been going on personally with him that he just needed some time away from the game. If that's not the case, I apologize, Dame. You still my man's.
Pacers have a better team.
No.
They do. Neither one of the teams play defense.
Torian Prince play defense.
Who?
Torian Prince.
Please.
LA's finest.
That's the problem.
Nah, I got the Bucks in 7. I think Giannis, even without Dame, I think Giannis is good enough to beat them in 7 this year.
I'm looking at the game. Pacers in 5.
Damn, they just blowing them out. We watching the game right now. It's 58-41. Pacers are up in the second quarter? Yeah, but they also in Indiana, so I expect them to play good at home. Tyler Hero. Yeah, but
Hero got to do this.
Because he plays good at home, he don't play good on the road.
Tyler Hero?
No, Halliburton. I got the Bucks in 7. I think if Dame come back, it's Bucks in 6. If Dame don't come back, I think it's Bucks in 7. I think Giannis is good enough to beat them this round. So now we're going to transition over to the NBA regular season awards. To start it off, we're going to go Coach of the Year. Who you got?
Pistons coach.
JB Bickerstaff. I got Ty Lue.
Why do you have Ty Lue?
I think with all the stuff and the missing players and moving pieces, I think he's done a great job for them to be top 5 in the Western Conference, a better conference than over in the East. I do think JB Bickerstaff did his thing this year.
Won 14 games last year. They 6 seed.
It's still in the East, though, bro.
Yeah, that's true, but the East was tight. It wasn't just minus Boston and Cavs. Everything was tight.
Yeah, they look. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. My top 4, I got JB Bickerstaff, Kenny Atkinson, Ime Udoka, or Tyronn Lue. I think those are all great choices. Rookie of the Year.
Stephon Castle.
I'm with you. Stephon Castle for the San Antonio Spurs. He leads all rookies in points, field goals attempts, field goals made, free throws attempts and made, total steals, while he's ranked 2nd in total minutes and 4th in assists per game. Most improved.
I say Cade Cunningham or Dyson Daniels.
I got Cade Cunningham. I'm with you on that. I think for him to, like you said, they won 14 games last season, and to get his team into the top 6 in the playoffs. I think he deserved most improved player. 6th man of the year.
Peyton Pritchard.
That's easy. Peyton. Striker from the 3, and he be going crazy on the with the Boston Celtics. Defensive player of the year.
Dyson Davis.
You really fuck with him.
It ain't about I fuck with him. He got like 300 steals. Like his steals, and then whoever number 2, he probably got them by like 200. So
I got Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley did his thing too, but like I don't really think Big should win that award because it's like what you gonna go off about.
I think they automatically give it to Biggs because of blocks and rebounds. I don't think they because it's
off of them not even blocks though, them like missing shots.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's easy to look at a box score and say blocks, rebounds, as opposed to actually watching the game and seeing how a guard affects the game without even getting steals. Like, yeah, some people may get steals, but they may get their steals from the passing lane. You know what I'm saying? Another player, they just might play great home ball defense and guard the players good and force them to have a bad game. And if you look at the box score, it doesn't look like they did anything. So I think the defensive player of the year is like a lazy award that they give to the big people. But I'm still gonna give it to the Evan Mobley this year. MVP.
Joker.
Easy?
Easy. Do everything. Before we even get into this, let's say this. Stop changing the damn MVP award. Every year is something different.
You talking about the way they judge it and how the media judge it? I agree.
At first it was Russ because he averaged a triple-double. Okay.
True.
Then he do it 3 more times. He not even a candidate. Joker first year averaging a triple-double. That was a nice pass. Joker first year.
This year is first year averaging a triple-double. Yes.
I wonder why Russ is fat. But yeah, so it's just
shout out to Russ and Joker over there pulling MVP. I mean, not MVPs, but triple doubles together.
So it's his first year averaging triple double. He got Shea got the better team. You know what I'm saying?
But that's historically how we always judged it. The best player on the best team.
No, I'm not saying like best.
Because remember when Kobe was going crazy and they gave it to who?
No, we was going to go to Kobe somehow. I'm not saying like as overall record. I'm saying on paper, the OKC Thunder is better than, the roster is better than the Nuggets.
So what you saying, he should win MVP because SGA got a better team?
I'm going to tell you why he should MVP.
I bet.
They top 5 in points when he's in, and they last when he's out.
True. So that's what you would think the most valuable player is. But historically, it's always been either the highest scorer on the best team or the best player on the best team. Because
they changed.
Because remember, Russ was like the first person to win it in the 6th seed when he won MVP.
No,
they was
he won 7th seed.
No, we was in 2008 when he won it. We was number 1.
Okay, well, yeah.
The year he should have won it, they was 7th seed. That was when Steve Nash won it, and the excuse was, even though Steve Nash didn't average more points, he averaged more rebounds. I mean, not rebounds, he averaged more assists. His team was number 1, so that was the excuse. He has a better impact on that team, but his numbers didn't speak. Either Kobe or Shaq should have won it that year, because that's when Shaq was going crazy in Miami.
But I do feel like they're going to give it to Shea,
though. No, they're going to give it to Shea. Just remember, I think another thing is it's voters fatigue. Remember they gave it to Embiid that one year.
He deserved it.
No, I think he deserved it the year before it.
Probably.
When they gave it to Joker, he deserved it the year before. So I think they gave it to him the year after that to make up for it. So you got Joker.
Yes.
I got SGA. I think SGA gonna win the MVP, averaging 32 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists.
That's it.
With the best record in the NBA. Not the NBA, but the West.
They don't got the best record in the league?
I'm not sure.
They do. They got the best record.
Between them and the Cavs, I think it's...
Not the Cavs,
yeah. Wait, we could look that up. Hold on.
Cavs too.
You sure?
Yeah, Cavs too. I remember they played too.
The Cavs was 64-18. OKC was 68-14. So they got the best record in the league. So you got to give it to the best player, and he averaged the most points this season. Joker has some outstanding numbers. He top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists. That's the first time. That's the first time a big man's ever done that. Steals?
Yeah.
Steals.
Top 5 in steals.
I said top 3.
All right, top 5.
So top 5 in steals. I give him that. Yeah. So that's the first time in NBA history that a big man has done that. So I mean, it's good numbers, but based on how the NBA has done it, it's going to SGA. Transitioning from that, over the week, Rich Paul went on Pat McAfee. What's up with LeBron and Rich Paul going to Pat McAfee, though? Out of all people, you know those comments Pat made about LeBron? I'm surprised they're going on the show, but anyways, Rich Paul went on the Pat McAfee show, and he had some things to say. He was basically saying he didn't feel like Miami was a big 3. Let me find it. Pull that up. This is the comments Rich Paul had about the big 3 when he went on Pat McAfee show. What the fuck is Rich Paul talking about, bro? Bro, what is he talking about? That was in fact a big 3. That was the best big 3 we've seen.
The best?
The best big 3 we've seen.
On paper, yeah.
That was literally that was the definition of the best big 3. We had 3 players in their prime. When Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen got together, they were going on the end of their prime.
That's true.
You got pull your mic closer, bro. And it's disrespectful to Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was a top 5 power forward in the NBA before he went to Miami. It was Amari Stoudemire. Tim Duncan was kind of on the decline.
Nah, Tim Duncan was still hot.
Tim Duncan. So you got Tim Duncan, number 1. Amari Stoudemire. Kevin Love, he was in Minnesota. Dirk. And Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh was a top 10, 15 player at that time.
He was a top 5 at his position. He was an all-NBA player at his position. And I don't know if they on the he trying to like save LeBron's legacy or something. You think
we
that's
all know that. But the thing with this is they got to get it together, come talk to each other, because he just said that's not a big 3. LeBron just got on there and said Boston had a big 4. So how do
they trying to uplift Bron's legacy by saying by saying, hey, they had a big 4 when we faced them. We only had a big 2 because it was LeBron and KD, which is LeBron and D-Wade. They disrespecting the fuck out of Chris Bosh, bro.
So what was that when Ray Allen got over there? They still wasn't a big 3?
Bro, they had that's literally they had the best big 3 on paper in NBA history. That was 3 people in their prime. Mind you, they were all on separate teams coming together to form one team. That we've never seen that be done before. That's a big fucking 3. That's a big 3.
And then tried to get Rose and Melo with it.
I don't think they tried to get them all together.
They did. They said it.
Who the fuck was gonna take less money like that?
Man, that's why Melo went to New York. He said he didn't want to take less money.
They tripping. Brown and his crew is tripping. And they disrespecting Chris Bosh and his legacy by saying he wasn't a part of a big 3. Chris Bosh transformed his whole game to fit into that Miami Heat team. Chris Bosh was a good post-up player when he was in Toronto. When he got...
He was a dog.
Yeah, he was a dog. No bullshit. He went to Miami and went from a post-up player to a spot-up three-point shooter and a rebounder. And he played his role very well. Without Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is probably the most important player on that big 3 because he could do what those other 2 players couldn't do. Yeah, I don't know. They fucking tripping. I don't know what's up with Rich Paul and Bron lately. First of all, they're going on the Pat McAfee show, but they comments as far as trying to uplift. I think that's what it is. They're trying to uplift Bron's legacy, and in the same sentence, they're like diminishing other players because how Chris Bosh catches straight from this. Speaking of trash talking and diminishing legacies, Jeff Teague, your boy.
That's my boy. I like him.
I fuck with Jeff Teague though. Jeff Teague. I did a list. He top 5 NBA storytellers currently. He said that Klay Thompson is better than Dwyane Wade. Actually, let me pull up the clip.
He said he's up there.
We're gonna pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up for sure. But he said like
Think Steph better than D-Wade? Chris Bosh is better than Klay Thompson.
he is.
Chris Bosh is better than Klay Thompson. And it's proven. Chris Bosh was a number 1 on the playoff contending team. Hold the fuck up.
So basically, he's saying Klay like top 5 shooting guards all time.
Hold the fuck up, Jeff Teague, bro. You my nigga, bro. I fucks with you.
Top 2 guards all time.
Huh?
Who the fuck was Michael Jordan?
Huh?
He said top 2 though.
I said top 2 guards, not top 2 guards. He just said top 2 guards.
Shooting guard.
Yeah. Third year in the league after taking the Miami Heat to the playoffs his first year in the league. What is Klay's prime?
No, he was shooting a lot. I get what Jeff Teague going, but
I don't.
No, he basically saying like what he said.
Klay Thompson was never the best shooting guard in the league.
Guy was his cap. What?
Niggas better. Hey. First of all, let me start here. Stop disrespecting Chris Bosh. We're gonna start there. Chris Bosh took a back seat to help the Miami Heat win championships. Chris Bosh was a top 5 power forward in the league before he joined the Miami Heat. We're gonna start there. Klay Thompson is not better than Chris Bosh. Stop fucking playing with Dwyane Wade legacy, bro. We niggas, Jeff Teague, and how old Jeff Teague is? He about my age, right?
Yeah.
So he's witnessed some of this shit. I think he talked like that about. First of all, I don't know what he got against D-Wade. I don't think D-Wade game was as sexy as, because remember he said James Harden is better than D-Wade. I just think he going off how it looks and not the effectiveness of the game. But it's starting to make it seem like he got something against D-Wade. Bro, Klay Thompson doesn't do shit but shoot.
Play defense.
D-Wade was the top 2 best defending shooting guards of all time. He leads the NBA in blocks for a guard of all time. He passed up Michael Jordan.
He ain't better than Michael Jordan defense though.
D-Wade is top 5 defending guards. I ain't gonna say nah. D-Wade is a better defender than Klay Thompson.
I can't argue that.
The only thing Klay Thompson does better than D-Wade is shoot.
That's true.
He's not a better handler. He's not a better post-up player. He's not a better defender. He's not a better winner.
You can argue defender though.
No.
You can. He's a great defender.
No. Klay's a solid defender.
Only person I've seen Klay he couldn't stick was
Kawhi.
Kyrie.
Kawhi was fucking him up too.
He wasn't sticking him. KD was. But actually, I'll take that back. All of them was, and everyone.
Yeah, he was smoking their ass. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think. Yeah, I think he a good defender. I think they like neck and neck. I'll give D-Wade.
All right, so neck and neck defensive. Dribbling.
Klay can't dribble. He don't dribble.
Can't dribble. Post up.
They don't do that. Klay, only thing Klay got of him is shooting.
Not even shooting, just the 3-point shooting. D-Wade is a better mid-range shooter, play creator.
We wouldn't know because Klay don't take none but threes.
He had a nice little midi game.
But he won't shoot as much as D-Wade shoot.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Playmaker.
D-Wade, everything. Minus shooting.
So T be making it seem like he young and I think he didn't play that much against, like he said in one of his episodes that he felt like when before Bron got there, the Miami Heat and D-Wade were battling against his Atlanta Hawks, and it was like neck and neck. And when they played Golden State, he felt like they can win. So maybe that's what he's speaking of. But
battling with the Heat with just Wade.
yeah, we remember when before Bron got there, they was losing though.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but stop disrespecting Dwyane Wade legacy.
Chicago to Indiana though.
That's definitely how far it is. Klay is not close to D-Wade. It's not close.
It's Chicago to California.
All right, you right. My nigga.
You're not going to sit here and do this. Klay Thompson would never be in nobody's top 10 in history of shooting guards all time.
Never. Klay Thompson would never be the best player on the team. We didn't get to see it, but based off his game, Klay Thompson is the Reggie Miller of his era.
No, it's not even Reggie.
Not even Reggie?
No, that's disrespectful, Reggie. He's not Reggie. He probably shoot better than Reggie.
That's it. That's all Klay does. That's all Klay does is shoot. He's a great shooter. One of the best shooters the game has ever seen.
Was to be the number one option on the team, they probably win 14 games.
14?
And that's a stretch.
What he doing now in Dallas?
He older now though, but he ain't the best player. He probably like the 5th best player on that team.
Niggas, stop disrespecting D-Wade, bro. I don't know what Jeff Teague got against D-Wade, but
I think ever since the stuff with his son came out,
bro, stop. I think it's because the last time we seen D-Wade, he was playing in. He went from Cleveland to Chicago, back to Miami. And he wasn't that effective, but bro, D-Wade is top 3 shooting guards of all time. Period. There's no questions asked. 3. I got him 3. Well, you got him 4.
Yeah, 5. Top 5.
Who the fuck better than him? Besides Iverson, because I know how you feel about Iverson.
No, I ain't saying nobody. I just got him top 5.
So, who your top 5 shooting guards of all time?
Iverson, Mike. he number 3.
It's okay to say the other name, though, bro.
No, he number 4. Kobe number 4. Kobe number 4.
Number 4 what?
Shooting guard. He number 4.
Behind who?
D-Wade and Iverson. Of course, man. You think D-Wade better?
Then Kobe? Alright, folks.
Nah, look. Just hit me out. I know you're not.
Anytime you gotta start off with just hit me out, bro. I
want you to get understanding.
Alright, I want to hear where you're coming from.
I know how you gonna feel.
Alright, come on.
What I'm saying is, what did D-Wade do when he was in the final?
36.
How old was he?
That was his 3rd year in the league. So he was about 20.
3rd year. Airball, right?
3rd year?
Yeah.
Nah, that was his 2nd year.
All right. Shaq and Kobe won the finals.
Yeah.
Both of them was going back and forth. They was doing their thing.
Yeah.
Wade and Shaq.
It was an older Shaq.
But who did it? What? Without Wade, they don't win.
For fact. That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I picked him over. Longevity career. Of course, Kobe did. Kobe got the MVPs and all that, Well, he got 1 MVP, so he got like, I don't know. I never checked Dwyane.
Bro, you're gonna make us lose our credibility.
That's cool. This is opinions. This is not fact. None of these.
Bro,
are fact.
that some of this is opinion based.
D-Wade is closer than Kobe than Klay is closer than D-Wade.
Oh yeah, for a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But we was talking D-Wade, Kobe in top 5 shooting guards. But anyways, Klay Thompson is nowhere near close to D-Wade, and I don't know what Jeff Teague. I'm with Jeff Teague, homie. I would have been doing this. That's his name? Yeah, I'm with him, bro. It's not even close. No, Chris Bosh and Klay may be a conversation, but no, he's not better than D-Wade. What about Pat Bev?
What, the one-on-one thing? I wish the real could see this before I said so, but I'm gonna wait till after the clip, bro.
Just for reference, Pat Bev and Brandon Jennings, Jeff Teague, and Gilbert Arenas was all on the want to say it was a live stream, and they was, they've been talking about this one-on-one basketball thing. So this how it went. Because Pat Bev wants to play somebody. Lou Will said no already. Gilbert Arenas a shit starter. That's Gil in the background saying, let's go BJ. Mind you, Pat Bev already offered Lou Will in the same $100,000. I think he said Barstool would put the money up for the game, but Lou Will declined it. Lou Will, in fact, gave Pat Bev 40 points. But after they had that conversation, they had another episode of Gil's podcast. I think it's called Gil's Arena. Brandon Jennings went on to elaborate how he felt about Pat Bev inserting himself in the one-on-one conversation. Once again, Gilbert Arenas starting shit. Feel about that?
What? Gilbert Arenas?
The whole Brandon Jennings Pat Bev thing.
I'm just keeping it real. They hating on Pat.
Hating?
Yes.
Hating, or they just don't want to play that nigga?
They don't want to play him because Pat is going to expose all of them.
How you feel about that? What you mean by exposed?
So like Pat said, he played his role, which he did. But we all know what Pat was when he was in high school.
Marshall's finest, Chi-Town's finest.
You know what I'm saying? He was a dog. All of them had good high school careers, you know what I'm saying? But Pat was a dog.
Pat was a dog at Arkansas too in college.
Exactly. And Pat was just smarter. That's why Brandon Jensen didn't have a long career. He didn't play his role. He thought he was him. Wasn't. He wasn't bigger than the program. He scored 50 that one game, his first game. He ain't do nothing after that. He was okay. What it is none of them play defense that's talking about one-on-one. Pat played defense, so when he come out there, he played defense. They ain't going to be used to that. He going to beat all of them.
Who was all of them?
Every last one of them talking. Nick Young, Brandon Jennings, Lou Will, all of them. Because they can't stick him. But he can stick them. Defense winners.
Michael Beasley?
Nah, he ain't beat Beasley.
Lance Stevenson?
He'll beat Stevenson.
No.
Yes.
No.
He'll beat Stevenson.
No.
Yes, he will.
Stevenson plays defense too.
He doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Stevenson play pickup ball. He played New York City basketball. He ain't going to beat Beasley because Beasley just too good. Nobody gonna let them beat Beasley.
Nah, nobody fuck with Bees.
Beasley still can play in the NBA right now if he wants to. But Pat Bev, he can beat all of them but Beasley.
My take on it is not Beasley. Brandon Jennings be sounding emotional as hell. He sound like he be wanting to cry.
I ain't gonna lie. Bro, shit. What you talking about?
Nah, Brandon Jennings be sounding emotional sometimes, but everybody on Brandon Jennings' neck calling him scary and dodging Pat, but don't nobody want to play Pat. I think they look at Pat as lesser than because of what he what he did in the league. But Pat always had offensive game until the league when he just played his role. For some reason, all the players that come out of Chicago get stuck in a defensive player's role because in Chicago we actually guard each other.
Minus Rose.
Who?
Minus Rose. Well, he did.
He played defense?
No, I'm saying he had to play that role, but he did have to play that role when he got older.
Yeah, he was a defensive guard. Mon Shumpert, he got put as a defensive player. TA. Yeah, all those players.
That's true. That's true.
I feel like they feel like there's nothing to gain by playing Patrick Beverley because of the offensive career that he had in the NBA. Like Brandon Jennings kept saying, "Oh, you didn't average 10 points in the league." So, because Lou already said he don't want to play Patrick Beverley.
What is his career average?
Who?
Brandon Jennings.
Let's look it up.
Like, who is he? Points. Come on, bro. Yeah, 1 for 15, bro. Come on, bro. You shouldn't do that, bro. You can't even get a 1 for 15. That's disrespectful, bro. You right there with him. Come on, man.
Let's see how much Pat averaged.
I think Pat probably averaged 8 or 7. But bro, you averaged 14 points. You averaging 30. 8.3.
They not far off.
Yeah.
They not far off. How many years Pat played? 12. Brandon Jennings played 9. So B. Jennings, rookie season, he averaged 15. Next year he averaged 16. Next year he averaged 19, 17, 15, 15.
He never averaged 20?
No.
He a disappointment.
Injuries.
Yo, fuck that. He a disappointment. You talking about Pat. We all know Pat wasn't trying to score. He was trying to score. Yeah, bro, you gotta stop that, bro.
Yeah, he do talk like he was averaging 30 or some shit like
The
that.
way he talking,
But Jeff Teague said, like, bro, outside of that 55-point game,
that's true.
we won no shit. But yeah, I feel like players feel like Pat, they ain't gonna get no cool points if they bust Patrick Beverly.
They're not gonna bust his ass. They're gonna feel like they're gonna.
And he's the only active player too, so he's still in shape. He's still hooping.
He
overseas.
He quit.
That was like a couple months ago. The season just ended.
No, he quit.
A couple months ago.
No,
But he's active.
He quit because of his family. You know, his wife, people. Like, you gotta love
But that wasn't too long ago. Brandon Jennings ain't played in a couple years.
He should keep it that way. He gotta stop. He ain't never averaged 20. He talking like he's.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings ain't played since 2019. 18, my fault.
Stop.
I think out of that core, Brandon Jennings, Jeff Teague, Patrick Beverly, and Lou Will, I think Jeff Teague gonna end up winning.
No.
I feel like he got the size over all of them.
He ain't beating Lou Will.
Yeah, I think he will.
Why do you think that?
Size.
What would be the score if they go to 21?
21? I don't think they play the 21. You know them
Play
niggas.
11?
Yeah, that shit.
What, 7 to 11?
Yeah. 7-11. Something like that. But I think Jeff Teague beats all of them. He's still been hooping in the big three. Lou Williams just retired a couple years ago, so he probably still get active. But I think one-on-one, Jeff Teague he's the more balanced player out of all of them. But they need to stop disrespecting Pat Bev, though. Real talk. Anything else you want to talk about? You want to talk about your boy?
Who?
Your boy.
Russ? A-Rod? Hey, fuck the New York Jets. Nah, they disrespect, but...
Disrespected?
Yeah, they disrespect him, but they're a terrible franchise. Bro.
That's true. Historically, they're one of the worst franchises in NFL history.
I wasn't surprised at what they did.
I don't think it was disrespectful, though.
I do. They should have just texted him like,
Nah, they wanted to tell him. The new coach, he's a man's man.
He didn't even tell him.
He did. Told him to his face.
No, he didn't. He ran out the room.
No, he said, hold on. The GM wanted to enter this conversation.
No, he ran out the room. Aaron Glenn didn't tell him. The GM told him, like, yeah, we want to go.
But he was in the room, though.
No, he wasn't. He ran out.
He left the room?
Yes, that's what he was saying. Like, you left the room, and then he came back after he told him. He was just like, telling him, like, he said something to A-Rod. A-Rod was like, you don't even know me. And he told A-Rod, you don't know me. He's like, exactly. I thought that's what I was coming in for.
I'm just getting rid of that nigga.
Bro, Stephen A. say he ain't wrong.
You agree with Stephen A., bro?
Yeah, well, that's what yeah. Stephen A. even said, he like, yeah, I feel Aaron Rodgers. Whoa. He couldn't just text.
Nah, because it's like, if we text you, then it's like, damn, we supposed to be professional enough to say it to your face.
Yeah, I get that part, but it's Aaron Rodgers. He not going to tell nobody. He don't even talk.
He gonna tell somebody. He gonna go on Pat McAfee show and be like, yeah, they didn't even have the decency to tell me to my face. He always on that. He make weekly appearances. Why?
He said he didn't know nothing about that.
About what?
None of that they were saying. This lady named Mia and one of his homies that work with him, they basically be keeping him up with everything. And he was like, yeah, I don't know why people on there saying that. He's like, I never told the Vikings that. I never even talked to them.
Nah, he definitely told the Vikings. We know he
wanted
him. We know he told the Vikings that. We know he wanted.
I told them that. He was like.
So what he waiting on the sign for?
I told you what he said. He said.
Nah, I know what he said. What you feel like he waiting on?
I think he trying to have a kid. He ain't never had no kid. He ain't got no kids.
Bro, 50. Hang it up.
Nah, he got a young girlfriend. His girl is the owner of the
Bucks daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he trying to have a kid or whatever.
So you don't think it's nothing football related?
He gonna play though.
For who?
He gonna play for the Steelers.
You think the Steelers?
They gonna take him.
I think they move on from him. I think they go grab Kirk Cousins.
He talked about him and Mike Tomlin talking.
I think what he wants.
Cousins.
I think that's the best option as a veteran quarterback.
But the Steelers, if they don't bring T.J. Watt back, he might not come.
They gonna bring T.J. back. Why the
He talking about he don't want to come because they ain't trying to pay him.
Myles Garrett just said the same shit.
Bro, it's T.J. Watt. You gotta pay him. You on defense.
They gonna play him. I mean, they gonna pay him. They just gotta negotiate and play hardball.
The Browns can play hardball. They nothing. They one of the worst franchises too. They nothing. They trash.
I think A-Rod wants to be in Minnesota. Yeah, damn.
That was a foul. I bet you think that because you were on the fight. But I don't disagree. He should have went to them though.
To the Vikings?
Yeah, that would have been a nice fit.
He should have went where?
To the Vikings, yeah, for sure. On some winning stuff though, like.
Cause why on some winning shit?
Aaron Jones over there.
You don't think it's a great team over there?
I think they got a nice offense. If they get a good quarterback, that'd be all right.
Just a solid quarterback, because everything else is in
They
place.
just had a solid quarterback last year.
Who?
They had a solid quarterback last year.
Who was our quarterback last year?
Sam.
Sam what?
My boy Sammy.
Man, stop it.
You know what I'm saying? Who want to come back player of the year?
Bro, we made Kirk Cousins look good. And Josh Dobbs had a good season with us.
Stephon Diggs looked good.
Stephon is a beast.
He's not.
Anyways, y'all. That's it for today. That was another episode of First to 32 podcast where we play for keeps. If you want to follow me on social media or social sites, you can follow me on Instagram at the First to 32 podcast, on YouTube, the First to 32 podcast. You can subscribe and listen to me on Apple Podcasts at the First to 32 podcast and Spotify, the First to 32 podcast. You got anything you want to promote? Where they should follow you at?
I don't.
You
My
don't?
Facebook is Idris White. We gonna have another show later after all these games. See y'all in a minute.
What's your IG?
I don't know my IG. That's all I don't even be on there like that. I just getting on and getting up.
All right, y'all. We out.